Welcome back to Weekly Top 10 of Everything. A massive 630-foot deep sinkhole has been found in China, in which a stunning ancient forest range has been discovered by researchers with trees as tall as 131 feet, or 40 meters, and could include species that have not been seen before. The discovery was classified as large, and experts hiked for several hours before reaching the bottom of the sinkhole and finding 3 cave entrances. The bottom of the sinkhole is aligned with a well-preserved primitive forest, where the trees grow up against the sun, according to experts quoted by the news agency. So in this video, we are going to talk about China, the ancient forest found. So the video is going to be amazingly informative, so make sure you stick to the end. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. A sinkhole is a depression in the ground that has no natural external surface drainage. Basically, this means that when it rains, all the water stays inside the sinkhole and typically drains into the subsurface. Sinkholes are most common in what geologists call karst terrain. These are regions where the types of rock below the land surface can naturally be dissolved by groundwater circulating through them. Soluble rocks include salt beds and domes, gypsum, limestone, and other carbonate rock. Florida, for instance, is in an area largely underlain by limestone and is highly susceptible to sinkholes. When water from rainfall moves down through the soil, these types of rock begin to dissolve. This creates underground spaces and caverns. Sinkholes are dramatic because the land usually stays intact for a period of time until the underground spaces just get too big. If there's not enough support for the land above the spaces, then a sudden collapse of the land surface can occur. Chinese explorers have discovered a massive sinkhole in South China's Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region with a stunning ancient forest range at the bottom. According to Xinhua news agency, the trees are up to 131 feet tall and are likely to find more life forms that have not been seen before. The sinkhole is 1,000 feet long and 490 feet wide. It is one of 30 known sinkholes located in the autonomous region's Lei County. Cave explorers had to walk for several hours before reaching the bottom of the sinkhole. There, they found 3 entrances, the report said. The bottom of the sinkhole is lined with a well-preserved primitive forest. The new discovery took place in the Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region near Ping's village in the county of Li, according to Xinhua. Guangxi is known for its fabulous karst formations, which range from sinkholes to rock pillars to natural bridges, and have earned the region UNESCO World Heritage Site designation. The explorers rappelled down more than 328 feet into the sinkhole before trekking for several hours to reach the bottom. On the sinkhole floor, they found a primeval forest with ancient trees 130 feet tall, expedition team leader Chen Lixin told Xinhua. He added that plants grew densely together and came up to his shoulders. Such sinkholes might be home to undiscovered species of flora and fauna, researchers told AccuWeather. I wouldn't be surprised to know that there are species found in these caves that have never been reported or described by science until now, George Venny, the executive director of the National Cave and Karst Research Institute in New Mexico, told the outlet on Wednesday. Karst landscapes are formed primarily by the dissolution of bedrock, Venny said. Rainwater, which is slightly acidic, picks up carbon dioxide as it runs through the soil, becoming more acidic. It then trickles, rushes, and flows through cracks in the bedrock, slowly widening them into tunnels and voids. Over time, if a cave chamber gets large enough, the ceiling can gradually collapse, opening up huge sinkholes. Because of local differences in geology, climate, and other factors, the way karst appears at the surface can be dramatically different, he said. So in China, you have this incredibly visually spectacular karst with enormous sinkholes and giant cave entrances and so forth. In other parts of the world, you walk out on the karst and you really don't notice anything. Sinkholes might be quite subdued, only a meter or 2 in diameter. Cave entrances might be small, so you have to squeeze your way into them, he added. Other scientists report that the dense undergrowth on the floor of the 1,004 feet long and 492 feet wide. China is also home to the world's largest sinkhole, the Zhizhuai Tiankang, measuring over 2,000 feet in depth. It can be found in the Tiankang Difeng National Park in Chongqing City. Zhizai Tiankang was discovered by specialists in 1994 during the search for a new exploration site for the British cavers in the China Caves project. In fact, it was well known to local people since ancient times. Next to this sinkhole was a small village, Zhizai. The name of the village in translation just means little village. Nowadays, it is abandoned. Zhizai Tiankang has incredible size. This hole is 626 meters long and 537 meters wide. The total depth is 511 to 662 meters. The area of the opening is 274,000 meters squared, a volume of 119.348 million meters cubed. All these millions of cubic meters have been dissolved and carried away by the river. The sinkhole is a double-nested structure. The upper bowl is 320 meters deep, the lower 342 meters deep, and 257 to 268 meters across. Between both these steps is a sloping ledge. This ledge has formed due to a muddy, dirty layer in limestone. In wet weather, there is seen a waterfall falling into Tiankang. This is one of 3 very large Tiankangs worldwide. The other 2 are the Dashui Tiankang and the Haolong Tiankang, both in China. Tiankang is also rich in biodiversity. Some 1,285 plant and animal species have been observed in the sinkhole, including rare ginkgo and the clouded leopard. Other notable features of the sinkhole are its underground river and earth cave. Not only do sinkholes and caves offer refuge for life, but they're also a conduit to aquifers or deep stores of underground water, Venny told Live Science. Karst aquifers provide the sole or primary water source for 700 million people worldwide. The discovery of the sinkhole in itself, however, is far from an anomaly because the southern Chinese landscape is characterized by a geographical feature called karst topography. Karst landscapes are no strangers to these behemoth sinkholes, courtesy of acidic rainwater that erodes the limestone rock. It is gradually worn away by dissolution as the water seeps into rocks, widening it into tunnels. Eventually, the ceiling gives way to open up sinkholes such as this one. In fact, 25% of the United States is karst or pseudokarst, which features caves carved by factors other than dissolution, such as volcanic or wind, Venny said. About 20% of the world's landmass is made of one of these 2 cave-rich landscapes. Areas with underlying dissolvable rock are the most susceptible to sinkholes. According to the USGS, the most dangerous spots are in Florida, Texas, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, Alabama, Missouri, and Kentucky. There are often warning signs before a sinkhole collapse, however. The ground may slump noticeably, causing fence poles or trees to lean. Subsiding soil might also expose buried surfaces of trees or foundations, according to the Suwannee River Water Management District in Florida. A structure threatened by a sinkhole may show small cracks, and doors and windows may stick or refuse to shut as the structure subtly settles. Circular patches of wilting vegetation or water gathering in small ponds where it never gathered before can also hint that the ground is failing. An important warning sign is a chimney hole or chimney sinkhole. These are deep vertical holes varying in sizes with steep sides. Florida officials recommend fencing off chimney holes and reporting them to the county. Sinkholes are as much a part of the Florida landscape as palm trees and alligators. Florida has more of them than any state in the nation. Recently, a man near Tampa died when a sinkhole opened up underneath his bedroom. Experts say sinkholes aren't occurring at a greater rate than usual, but that the high-profile nature of recent ones in populated areas has drawn attention to them. Florida's peninsula is made up of porous carbonate rocks such as limestone that store and help move groundwater. Dirt, sand, and clay sit on top of the carbonate rock. Over time, these rocks can dissolve from an acid created from oxygen and water, creating a void underneath the limestone roof. When the dirt, clay, or sand gets too heavy for the limestone roof, it can collapse and form a sinkhole. Sinkholes are caused naturally, but they can be triggered by outside events. Let us know your opinion in the comments section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to Weekly Top 10 of Everything to see new videos weekly. Stay safe and we will be back soon with another video.